You may or may not be aware, Richard, as a huge Captain Scarlet fan, that supposedly there were some 600 people living and working on Cloudbase in the classic series from 1967.
Oh.
However, we only ever saw Colonel White, Dr. Fawn, the 5 Angels, the 5 Captains, and Lieutenant Green.
Right. Yeah.
Presumably, among those hundreds of other Cloudbase residents that we never met were many other lieutenants. And today's Fab Fact concerns one Lieutenant Sienna.
Oh.
Yes, not a character that you're probably familiar with, for one obvious reason: he never appeared on television. However...
He or she, I would think.
Well, they had the Angels in Classic Captain Scarlet, but I'm guessing that it'll be a male captain.
Right.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, Lieutenant Sienna was scripted to appear in the penultimate episode, Attack on Cloudbase, and he was supposed to be manning the radar room, which was so pivotal to the story. The reason his name was dropped from the script was one of simple economics, though. It didn't make financial sense to go to the expense of creating a new uniform for Sienna, who was never going to be seen again, when you could just drop an existing character in there without wasting any money. So,
yeah.
You know what, these things happen.
Yeah.
So poor old Lieutenant Sienna had his name crossed out of the script for Attack on Cloudbase, and Captain Magenta was brought in to man the radar room instead, and have a nervous breakdown while counting 25. Very difficult stuff.
Yes.
That also explains why when Lieutenant Green is away from Cloudbase in episodes like Avalanche, Lunarville 7 and Crater 101, his seat in the control room is taken either by Captain Blue or Captain Magenta.
Uh-huh.
If you think about it in universe, it doesn't make much sense for a captain to be manning the radio, because they're supposed to be Spectrum's top field agents, or at least Captain Blue is. But having created an organisation where all the officers wear colour-coded uniforms, and those uniforms cost money, it's easier on the show's budget just to use an existing captain character rather than create another lieutenant's uniform.
Yes.
Now, obviously, in the CGI new Captain Scarlet, it was much easier and, more importantly, cheaper to create a new character to fill in for Green when she was off duty, which didn't often happen anyway. But whenever it did, Lieutenant Silver would usually fill that seat.
Okay.
And it's just one of the many little things that shows the difference in the way each version of Captain Scarlet was created. And no, we are not saying new Captain Scarlet is cheap, like so many of its detractors might do. CGI series, yes, they do. A CGI series is still very expensive and time-consuming to make. It was just when it comes to creating a new officer's uniform, it's certainly easier for a CGI team to do that than it was for the Super Mario Nation team at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, because once you've got the model for the uniform, then it is a colour change thing, which I'm not saying is instant, but I bet it is quicker than hand making a small new uniform.
Yeah. Yes, I can see that, yes.
Yeah.
True.
So poor old Lieutenant Sienna. Now, there were loads of captains in the John Thaden books that we did for Big Finish a few years ago as the audios.
Oh, yeah.
Umber, he was one.
Right. Right.
Cerise, I think.
Cerise, I like
I'm
the sound
sure
of Captain
we had a Cerise.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, indeed.
Sid. Was that Sid Cerise? No.
Yeah. Yeah, Cerise just happened to be his family name as well. No, there were lots of captains there. But yeah, otherwise, when you think about it, actually, Cloudbase was remarkably underpopulated.
Yeah, quite sparse. But what about the sort of engineers and the toilet cleaners?
I knew you were going for the toilet cleaner.
Well, you've got to think about the logistics and the mechanics of running an operation like that. There's probably going to be a little kiosk, isn't there, at the end of the, Of course there is.
Some Spectrum peanuts.
That's right, yeah, where they go and get the coffee and all that. It's got to be a Costa franchise or something in the cargo bay.
Obviously, in the cargo bay. Gosh. Well, next time I need to design a floating control base for my secret organisation, I'll let you know.
Yeah, exactly, because I'll be there.
Yeah, manning the coffee kiosk.
Flat white, please. Yeah.
Brilliant. Anyway, there you go. Podsterons, if you know of any other captains or lieutenants who were named in various comics, tie-in novels, etc., let us know, podcast@gerryanderson.com. But Richard James, unless you have anything else, I think that's probably the end of this one, isn't it?
I have nothing to add.
Excellent, then. This is the end of a rather colourful Sienna Fact.
Fact!